Welcome to Quran Demolition Ranch. November 2nd, 2004. Dutch filmmaker Theo van Gogh is murdered after making a film critical of Islam. The media mostly labels him, not the Muslim who killed him, as a radical stirring up hatred to get himself killed. September 30th, 2005. Danish newspaper Jyllands-Posten publishes 12 editorial cartoons critical of Muhammad, leading to months of violence and more than 250 deaths. Media reaction is mixed, with some calls for free speech solidarity, but also many blaming the paper for publishing the cartoons, not the Muslims reacting to them. January 7th, 2015. Islamic terrorists stormed the Charlie Hebdo offices, killing 12 people in response to the magazine publishing cartoons critical of Muhammad. Several related attacks occur in France over the following days. This time, the international reaction is swift and universal. On January 11th, more than 5 million people rally in support of the magazine in France. Over the next week, paper after paper republishes the cartoons. Je suis Charlie trends around the globe as everyone is talking about what happened. The remaining staff at Charlie Hebdo don't miss a week, and the next issue, also depicting Muhammad, sells 8 million copies compared to the normal 30,000. Today, depictions of Muhammad are common and typically draw only minor grumbling from Muslims. What changed? Did it suddenly become acceptable for Muslims to draw Muhammad? No. But they were forced to change their tune when violence backfired and led to their prophet and God being embarrassed around the globe. Now that we know how to stop Islamic violence, shouldn't we do so? That's where this channel comes in. Muslim terrorists aren't going to start suddenly valuing human life. They aren't going to start thinking Islam teaches peace and love. But they also don't want to be responsible for Muhammad being insulted or their book being destroyed. We believe that when the reaction to terror changes from fear and appeasement to mocking and Quran desecration, the terror will stop. It won't happen overnight, and it won't work with every individual, but in our experience, 90% of would-be jihadis do stop when threatened with being responsible for their book's destruction. If we can end the destruction of a human life by destroying a simple book, shouldn't we take that opportunity? We don't hate Muslims, and we don't love making them mad. Indeed, we believe Muslims should be treated like everyone else, expected to respond to offense with indignation rather than violence. Christians don't burn down buildings when someone destroys a Bible. Hindus don't riot when someone destroys a Vedic collection. So let's stop being bigoted and assuming that Muslims can't act like civilized people when their texts are insulted. Today, we open the Quran Demolition Ranch in response to doxing attempts by Dr. Malik, the failed rapper turned Dawa snitch turned pathetic doxer. Will you join us on this journey of ending terror by normalizing Quran destruction? Subscribe now for more and visit QuranDemolition.com to submit your own contributions.